Hello and welcome to the most requested video I have ever gotten on my channel, and that is to make a NIFT Q&A. This is the only video you will ever have to watch to know anything and everything about NIFT. For context, I recently graduated from NIFT Shillong last year, and I had a bachelor in design and I had the course of accessory design. I will start by talking about NIFT in general. It does not honestly matter which center you go to. Like, I get it, there are like top three preferences for everybody, and I also so badly wanted to get into NIFT Bangalore and whatever, in like my desired course and everything. But I feel like the degree does not matter until unless you actually use it properly. Even if you're from NIFT Bangalore or NIFT Delhi or NIFT Mumbai, it does not matter if you don't actually use it properly and use it to your advantage. I want to hold your hand while saying this. The course that you choose is not necessarily the course that you have to stick with. For another context and background, I grew up studying science. When I was in 11th and 12th, I was preparing for JEE. I was like properly studying, and everyone in my family thought I would actually do engineering and I would go ahead with JEE. But, but COVID happened, and I'm so glad COVID happened because I did not even know that you could study fashion. Like, I really don't like how the society tells us that science and being a doctor, being an engineer is the only respectable job you can ever have. But that's not true. Got to know about NIFT like 2 weeks before the exam, and I literally did not even practice drawing. I was like, you know what, I'll do something or the other in drawing, and I only prepared last year papers. Big advice I would say is, if you're preparing for NIFT, please go through previous year questions, previous year papers, solve GK, solve everything. And I feel like even if you're not good at drawing, like for example, me, I am very bad at drawing. I suck at drawing. And you would think, how are you a designer then? Like, doesn't make sense. I know, I get it, okay. But I feel like in NIFT, they are mostly looking for people who can give solutions. A designer basically just solves problems. Counseling is the most nerve wracking session ever. Like, I feel like more than the exam, I was nervous about the counseling because in my first counseling, I am general category. I had a rank of 2676, and honestly, like, I was really proud of that rank. Okay, without any preparations, if I can get 2000 rank, like with preparations, I would be where. Like, I was really damn proud. Okay, I was like crazy. I was like, let's go, let's go. But first counseling really humbled me, and I did not get any spot. Like, everything was over. And second counseling, may I had a literally like, I had like two options left. I am so glad. Like, I think that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. And if I talk about NIFT Shillong in general, it is the most beautiful campus, and it is, I think, the biggest campus of sorts. And I feel like at Shillong in general, the place is so pretty, and I honestly had such an amazing time. I would 100% suggest you to go to NIFT Shillong, even though I think the courses and the curriculum is a little weak in a way. Like, I think it's a game of possibilities and it's a game of chances. And I feel like right now the facilities have really improved, but when I was studying, there were not that many things to do. Okay, like in the college also, now we have a 3D printer, we have like a pottery machine and everything, but we didn't have anything of that sort. Taking accessory design in terms ki I would learn how to make jewelry, we did not learn how to make jewelry. We just had specialization in bags, UI UX, home decor types. So I chose bags, and I loved the whole course of bags, and I really enjoyed it. And I feel like if you go to any campus and there's this particular facility that's not available, I think you need to show that effort. You need to put in that extra effort to learn that. Half of my class, we all just started randomly practicing jewelry and randomly designing jewelry, and most of my friends are actually working in jewelry companies right now. Decision you need to take for yourself, and that's the amount of effort you put for yourself is the amount of return you will get back. And that is to do for any college you take, any course you take. If you don't put in X amount of effort, you cannot expect ki you will get Y amount of results. Number one tip would be, if you even if you're getting a course you don't like. I really wanted fashion communication, but I am so glad I didn't get fashion communication because I did a degree in accessories, but right now the job that I'm working at is related to fashion communication. It's related to graphics. And I feel like what I learned in accessory design, I wouldn't have learned any other way. You can learn the basics from anywhere, from YouTube as well. But the more you practice, the more you put in effort, the more you get better at it. And if I can get a job after AD in a FC department, anybody can get a job in FC department, is what I'm going to say. Okay, so I'm not saying ki FC department is not good, it is good. Okay, but I have not experienced it, so I cannot talk on behalf of it. And that goes for all the other courses: FD, TD, KD, LD. We didn't even have KD or LD, but all the other courses I honestly have no idea, so I will just talk about AD. And exterior design, I think everything that we learned was really unique, and it was really challenging also at times. So I really enjoyed the whole learning process, and I had a lot of fun. Like, I miss all of those jury days. And ironically, a lot of people hate jury days, but I used to thrive during jury days. Like, I loved it every bit. And I think I love working hard, and I love putting an effort, and I love doing something creative, and I've always been like that bachpan se. So I really enjoyed it. It was a very fun experience, and right now I so badly miss doing bead embroidery, or like shooting this or shooting that. I miss NIFT shoots. Like, I think those are the best shoots ever. Shillong in particular, I went in my second semester offline, because we had online for first semester. And in second semester I was in hostel. So you basically have two hostels, one is in the city and one is in the campus. So for your first year, all the girls are staying in the city wala hostel, and all the guys have hostels in the campus. I'm not so sure about hostels still being available for boys, because when we were graduating they were in the talks of not having a hostel for boys. When we spent the 2 months in Shillong and in the city wala area, we fell in love with the city. And I was like, you know what, I cannot go to the hostel, I cannot live in a jungle, I want to live outside. This is the whole point of college life. And growing up, I've never had a social life, and I used to never even go out of my house. Like, I used to be in my room all the time. I want to have as much fun as I can. Okay, and I am so proud to say that I did have so much fun, like the proper typical college life experience that people talk about in movies. I actually experienced it all. And we stayed at a flat in the city, and we were on top of the hill, and the view was so pretty. And we used to climb hills the entire day, but it was never like, oh my god, we have to climb the hill again. But it was all just so much fun. Like, the weather is so good over there. And after the flat, we shifted to another flat with other people from our college, and then we shifted to another PG, and this all happened in 1 year. So we kept shifting around, and we were like, you know what, at the end of our second year we were like, okay, we are done adulting, I think it's time to move to the hostel. And so in third year I came back to my campus wala hostel, which is away from the city. And honestly, even though coming back to the campus, I was a little sad about it, but you get food, you get everything, you don't have to do so much adulting. So I was like, okay, that I am Shillong, just walkable distance from there. By walkable, I mean 2 kilometers, and 2 kilometers in Shillong is not that hard. Like, it was fine, it was manageable. And we used to have fun. Like, we used to go there and we used to have fun, we used to eat a lot of good food. And yeah, like, we made a life around our college over there. And I think I really enjoyed every single day when I was in Shillong. And I miss college so much, and I miss Shillong so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I think you need to find people, contact people who have taken the course that you want, and ask them their opinion, ask them their feedbacks. The next tips are for anyone from any college, because if you have an unfair advantage in your hand, for example, if your parents have contacts, if you have friends who work at your dream companies, if you have relatives who work at your dream companies, please contact every single person. Call them, message them, be behind them, because they're friends or your family. And if you don't be behind people for what you want, you won't get what you want easily. Like, you will have to do so much mehnat, and 9 times out of 10 you will not get it. Okay, if you have someone who works for like a video editing company, and you want to be a video editor or you want to learn it, please be behind them. Be like, I will practice, I will make myself better, I want to work for you. And even if it's for zero amount of rupees, especially in college, I think that's an amazing opportunity. I have done so many internships during college as well. And for 2 months I used to go to an office every single day, and I did not earn a single penny from there. But the way I got an experience, the way I come to know about how office politics work, how office works, how everything works in a team, you get to learn so many skills that you cannot learn when you earn money from there also. Do as many cool things as you can. College is the last time when you're so free and you have so much free time with you. So have fun, yes, but also do a lot of cool other things. Like, you can add all of this to your resume. I was in my social media team during college, and honestly that was an amazing experience, even though I dreaded most days, but it was honestly so much fun. And I took part in all of the modeling shows that happen in NIFT. I took part in everything and anything that I could, any activities happening, please take part in the college activities. Everything counts at the end. You can talk about all of this in your experience, in your interviews, in your resume. All of this pops up, and all of this makes you different, makes you unique. Because if you have the same degree, a lot of people have the same degree, what makes you different from the other person? It is your other interests, other hobbies that you do, other things that you do. I recorded the entire video and my mic got off in between, so I'm gonna pass out right now. Oh my god, I recorded the entire thing. You have to do 2 months for summer internship and 4 months for graduation project. And 2 months, I feel like if you are applying for internships also, you cannot expect companies to give you a reply as soon as possible or as soon as you apply. I had applied to over 100 companies and I got reply from two, literally two of them. And especially it's very hard for like to find a GP project. I literally found one like 5 days before I left, and it's honestly a very tough pill to swallow because you get such offers that you don't even want in a way. I am gonna literally like hold your hand while saying this, that when you're in college, money does not matter as much as it matters after you graduate from college. I feel like my internships were an okay experience. Like I wouldn't say they were like top notch, but my GP was like, I really dreaded my GP, and it was honestly like a very humbling experience. But I got to design bags, and honestly, looking at my designs and seeing people wear those, take those with them, it's a crazy feeling, okay? And no amount of money can buy that, and I am so proud of that. If you're getting a college away from home, please take it, okay? That is the one time you get to live adulthood, experience adulthood, and I think you should just take it. If you get a chance to live in a flat with your friends, please take it. It's going to be very hard, but you will enjoy the experience, and I promise you won't regret it in a way. If I were to talk about placements at NIFT, one word would be horrible. I had such a horrible experience, and I would say this on behalf of everybody who attended placements. It's just horrible, okay? I attended placements for all the 3 colleges, Delhi, Bangalore and Mumbai. These 3 are the colleges where you have placements happening, and the management was just so bad. You cannot expect ki, okay, there are 10,000 people coming in, more than 10,000 also I think, but you cannot expect ki all the 10,000 people would get the job. Like, that is honestly not possible. Like, go in with like having zero expectations because I did go in ki, oh my god, ab to job mil gayi, ab to ye, ab to wo, but I did not get any placement. And even though I still remember I was in Mumbai on my birthday, and yeah, I did have placements on my birthday, and this one company came and I really, stood out. I was like in this goofy energy because it was my birthday obviously, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna be myself, I'm just gonna have fun, this is like an experience. And going to interviews is a really good experience to have because you learn how to talk, you learn how to reply back, you learn how to think and act quickly. But I remember they wrote my name and then they scratched it because I said no, because I was like, I cannot be earning 45,000 a month living in Mumbai, because that is just not possible. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But if you're getting an offer with a good company but that's less amount of money, I would still say please take it, because your role matters more than the money you earn, especially at starting. If you're a fresher, that is the most important advice I can give you, because the company that you're working in right now, or the role that you're working in right now, is what will help you get a better role, help you get a better company for your next job. But also want to say ki travel as much as you can, whichever center you go to. Travel all the places nearby, because college is the only free time you will get ever in your life. After college, it's just you don't have time. Like, you need to earn money to do this, you need to do that. So in your college life, please travel as much as you can. Have as much fun as you can. Go out as many times as you can. I had so many fun experiences and so many fun memories that I really think about right now, and I'm so glad I, did that adventurous thing, went out for the night out. Actually, I think I should make another video talking properly about the curriculum and the internships and the GP projects that you have. But I hope this video was informational and of use to you, and I really tried to put out everything that I could say, but I've mostly only said to have fun in college. Please also keep your attendance in mind, okay? My attendance was always 100% or maybe like 90 to 100%. I used to never miss classes because I really enjoyed the learning process, but I would say please don't miss classes. Please don't miss classes because a lot of my classmates have literally failed 1 year just because of attendance shortage. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!